in the refrigerator last night for about 10 minutes, but fortunately the cold air kept the swelling down, so it doesn't look too bad now.
Tonight, almost live, it's America Tonight. 30 minutes of TV on the UBS network, located on the UBS Broadcasting Mall in El Tacoma, California, the unfinished furniture capital of the world, with Tony Roletti, who will finally get what's coming to him. Joni Sherwood, the thing that's coming to him. Rabbi Abraham Shecky Stein, comedy rabbi to the stars. Chance Roletti, who must be following in Tony's footsteps because he can't dance either. And a special guest star, Mr. Tom Waits, who's in a hurry because Tom waits for no man. I just made that up myself. Anyway, with the music of Happy Kind and the Mirthmakers, and me, I'm Jerry Hubbard. Hi, everybody. And now your host and mine, the formal Mr. Bart Kimball.
Thank you. Well, that's our show for tonight. I'm so confused. I'm sorry. It's just starting. I get dressed up and I get a little out there. It is me, Barth Gimble, and if you know me the way I know me, you should realize that Barth Gimble, and that's me, for those of you who just tuned in a few seconds late, you should realize that I would only wear clothes like this on maybe 3 occasions: a funeral, a wedding, or a formal bowling tournament. Well, you don't see any dead people around here yet. And bowling only hurts my ears when all those pins fall over at once, which is what happens when I play. And so you guessed it. The answer is wedding. But don't worry, girls, it's not mine. Okay. Well, I know that could cause a lot of cardiac arrest out there. I wouldn't want to try that. Tonight, one of our regular visitors, singer Tony Roletti, will be tying the knot on our show. Now, I know some of us wish he would tie that knot around his voice box. Only kidding, Tony. We always kid Tony. I know there's some cynics out there, though, that are thinking, uh-oh, here's another typical Barth Gimble scheme to get ratings. Wrong. We're obviously not doing this for ratings because Tony's an unknown. So why are we doing it? Okay. Because Tony begged me. And I hold begging friends above ratings any day. So, Abby, can we have a little wedding drum roll over there as Jerry reads the formal invitation? Jerry,
yes. To the people of the viewing public, Barth Gimble and me, Jerry Hubbard, cordially invite you to the wedding of their frequent guest, Anthony T. Roletti, to Miss Joni Sherwood of El Tacoma, California. When? Tonight. Where? Here. How? By a rabbi. Why? Because they love each other.
And just like the engraving, the reader was embossed. I like that. That's really pretty.
And yes, you know, I want to say something right here. Tony Roletti is one of our friends, and so many, we've lost, the show business world has lost so many wonderful singers recently who have gone up to that great Hall of Fame in the sky. Bing, of course, Elvis. And so many people have heard Tony sing, are looking forward to the day when he also will join them up there, kind of in perpetuity.
And share that greatness, absolutely.
Yes.
His I think the share of it that is owed to him so desperately.
Right, I can't.
Obviously his.
Yes, I can't wait for that time myself.
We're all holding our breath. Yeah. Anyway, I said I'd be put begging friends above ratings any day, and that's just the way the Gimble guy is made, and that's true. But I have to tell you, it was close. And just to be sure that the marriage of Tony will not mean a divorce from our audience and bad ratings, we've also booked a genuine celebrity on our show. Please welcome one of my best friends. I've met him, well, once now, and it's just wonderful. Please welcome concert and recording star, Mr. Tom Waits. Nice to see you. Come have a seat. Have some candy.
We're all in black today, eh?
Yep. There's these kisses should be on. What are they doing on top? What are these kisses doing on top? I've told you, the girls out there, time and time again, I like my kisses on the bottom. Well,
Maybe the hot lights get hot and they were afraid they'd melt down there.
Maybe that's
Anyway.
it. Well, Tom, welcome. Nice to see you.
Nice to be here.
Yeah, we got matches here from our matchless friends down at the liquor store. You've been away for, well, you visited us in Fernwood there for a while. Now you've been out touring and that kind of, does that get to be a real drag? Just
Well, I've been playing in big rooms now.
You play with big rooms. Any new albums coming out, that kind of thing?
I have an album called Music to Seduce a Divorced Waitress By, which will be out.
Should be popular with a lot of people I know. Yeah. And how about seasonal hits, anything like that?
Well, seasonal hits.
You know, a lot of people do special. Do you have a Christmas album by any chance?
As a matter of fact, I am going to be releasing Tom Waits' Christmas album in the middle of August coming up here.
Well, look for that. That way it'll get in the stores. That's great. 'Cause I've tried to find some of your records around, and I don't know. I thought it was interesting because we were talking backstage about that plan your record company had for distributing them, hiding them in various fields around the country, but didn't seem to really turn the tide. Well, we could go on talking like this all night.
I imagine we could. Yeah.
Except I just hate the prospect of job hunting, so we'll be right back.
And I bet Tony's in a hurry, too, if you know what I mean.
That's right, you know. Have you met the bride and groom back there, or the bride-to-be and the groom-to-be?
They look like Benson and Hedges back there.
That's great. Well, you really don't have to know them, and it's, I don't think you really want to. It's just your name we're after, Tom. And Tom will be here for the next half hour, so don't anybody touch that old TV dial just because of Tony Roletti. You might be missing some of Tom Waits. So, okay, let's get things started. Let's meet the man of the hour. Why not? Or actually the half hour, or the half man of the half hour, whatever you want to call it. Only seems like an hour when he sings. You know, it's Tony Roletti. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, direct from the pump room at the Coma Cabana Inn, Mr. Tony Roletti.
Someone to sing me a song. So many dreams I keep deep inside me, Lord, in the dark. Now you come along and you light up my life. You give me hope to carry on. You light up my days and fill up my nights with songs. It can't be wrong. It feels so right. 'Cause you light up my life. Please be my wife. You'll have no strife. I'll pull out my knife. Hey, you're the tribe. You are so good looking.
Tony, wow. All right. Tony, this is Tom Waits. How you doing?
Great.
This is great. Well, Tony, gee, come over and have a seat. We only have a few minutes, but why don't we talk a little bit? You know Tom? Of course.
Tomo, how you doing?
Two great singers on one couch. Woo! Incredible.
Yeah, I know a lot of people want to hear Tony talk, because the more he talks, the less he sings. We're kidding, Tony. How are you? You ready to walk down that last mile?
I'm just all a bubble from my head to my toe.
Why don't you tell us something about the lovely bride?
Oh, I tell
There
you.
she is. She's a voice teacher, I hope. Hey, I'm just kidding you again. If we can't get each other.
Who can we kid? Well, I tell you, Bart, she's just a real sweetheart. My little Joni, she's just something else. She's a singing waitress at Hung Far Low Chinese restaurant. And I tell you, it was love at first song. I tell you, she's just a doll. I just love her. She's great. And she's in show business just like myself.
Is that right?
That's right. We fell in love and went to Vegas, spent a few days looking at the stars. She's just groovy.
Now, who's going to be performing this ceremony tonight?
Oh, well, I'm very, very proud of this. The gentleman that's going to be performing the ceremony is the rabbi to all the stars, very famous rabbi, Rabbi Abraham Sheckystein.
Oh, yes.
Oh, they know him. Only the best
Rabbi was here once before, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic.
He's a great guy.
Now, are you Jewish?
No, I'm not of the Yiddish persuasion.
Could you be persuaded? Just teasing.
I tell you. But Joni's not Yiddish either. In fact, she's some sort of Lutheran or something.
Really? So I take it then it's going to be not really going to be your traditional ceremony, huh?
No, we've decided to make up our own vows. They're kind of musical vows, and we like to look at it as kind of a medley of love in the key of marriage.
So you'd be meddling in love. That's nice. Okay, well, it sounds promising. And, Tony, so why don't we just get started with this whole thing, okay? And we will have live and in color the wedding of Tony Roletti and, of course, Tom Waits, our celebrity guest, right after these words. So don't go away.
Great pleasure in presenting on our stage the Roletti Sherwood wedding with special guest star Tom Waits. Let the ceremony begin.
Thank you very much. Good evening, greetings, shalom, and bucha, everybody. How are you? My flock. The flock out there and the flockettes. All the brethren, sistren, cousin, and uncrin. Very nice indeed. I'm, of course, Rabbi Abraham Shicky Stein, and believe me, the pleasure is mine. We're going to have a wonderful, wonderful wedding here with some fine performers, human beings, both of them. And my pleasure, as they say in Yiddish, as they say in the old Hebrew Jewish faith, which reminds me of a very funny story. You gotta love this. This woman is on a honeymoon with her furrier husband, you see. I'm laughing because I know what's coming up. But I tell you, you probably heard it. But she's on the honeymoon. They go to Africa. You see, it's a big wasteland in Africa. Nothing out there, just mosquitoes, lingies, robins, joitens biting. It's a net. All of a sudden, they spy in the wilderness a synagogue right in the distance. A synagogue. The furrier's wife turns to the furrier and said, "I be shaking with the coat. Give me a native. Give me a native." She said that. Now, at this particular time, I'd like to do a series of impressions of some of the fine celebrities, past and furious. Who can ever forget Jimmy Cagney? Jimmy Cagney for the motion picture Yankee Doodle Enemy. Many years ago, you'll remember this. You dirty shachada Zayton. Huh? You can do it, doesn't matter. Now, Jack Benny. Fine indeed. Some remember, others forget. Here, Jack Benny. Now look at Rochester. Mishbechaiden, Zugi, Baseman, Lingi, Shachal. Now cut that. Thank you. And here, Ed Sullivan. Remember Ed Sullivan? Ed Sullivan. Right out there, right in our shoe, is the tallest, the cottage. There's Mishbecha on our little Italian schlepp. On our shoe, Okay, now back to this solemn. Do you know that?
Yeah, I have a joke.
Fine indeed.
Jerry, I think this is kind of a solemn occasion.
Yes. Back to the solemn occasion of this wedding where we join two acts. Two acts become one. Why? Because it's mystical. And as they say in the old Hebrew tradition, Moses said to the Israelites and to the Israel darks, because it takes all kinds. Am I kidding? I wouldn't be kidding at this point. He said, and may you carry those words throughout your entire married life, even into the next day.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Actually, I think it's kind of groovy.
Oh, far in. Very nice. Nice indeed. And now, before we get to the vows, the actual vows for these two human beings in performance, I want to ask anybody out there, anybody, not including the agents, who find any just cause why these two acts, these two headliners, should not get together, let him speak now or forever hold his whatever. Exactly.
Do you have any objections, Tom? Okay, that's great.
Very nice. All right.
I'd like to talk to Tom for a moment. We do have a special guest, Mr. Tom Waits. So you people go right on with what you're doing. There'll be no problem.
Sir.
great to have you here at the Roletti Sherwood wedding special. And,
I had nothing else.
a father?
All right, here they are, the vows that these two kids have written for each other.
Can we get a shot of that? Okay. Now, who gets this?
We're gonna have the vows first. It was...
Okay, well, I want you to have it first.
Oh,
okay.
all right.
1 second.
Okay, I think we're ready now. Dearly beloved, as we walk through the valley of the shadow of your smile, I promise to be your warm personal friend and a truly beautiful human being to you always. I, Joni, do promise to light up your life. Yes, you got me, babe. Take it, baby.
I, Tony, couldn't live without you, babe. You are the sunshine of my life. I'll help you make it through the night. But try to remember just once in a while to sing in the clouds. Because if we can't kid each other, baby, who can we kid? In all sincerity, well, this could be the start of something big.
Those vows are those vows, right? Boy, those are vows. Are you kidding? Now it's time for the bride to present the groom with the ever popular, fantastic medallion of love. How about it for this medallion? Watch it. Huh?
Are we getting glare on these flowers?
Very lovely. Very lovely. And now, Mr. Music, please. Here we go. Do you, Miss Sherwood, take Anthony T. Roletti as your ever-loving Mojave till death do you part?
I do, babe, I do. I do, doodly-do. And love is like a brother with all
Of your heart and do you always take you singing, yeah, hey, waitress, to be your beat till the cows milk our leg.
Because I love you, I'll put no one above you.
And may it last much longer than Cher did with Greg. Just in case you forgot, thank you. My name is Rabbi Abraham Shecky Stein, and again, the weather is fine. I'm very, very pleased. If you're ever in Las Vegas, you want to see me at my synagogue, my temple, the B'nai Dunes. And now, back to the ceremony, the famous presentation of the wedding rings. How you go? Let's exchange the wedding rings right now. We're gonna exchange it. Very nice. How about that for an exchange?
The rings are also courtesy of the Altijo Jewelry Exchange, where their motto is, thousands of stones, some of them precious.
And now, by the power, there are no cups, by the power vested in me, I now pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss the bride. Here's the toast now.
Here you go.
Let's put the cups.
Who wanted the diet?
I had, well, we had 2 diets. All right, this is fine.
Okay.
What do you say?
This is the famous l'chaim. This is the famous toast. You put your cups on the ground, and at the count, 1, 2, 3. The wedding is commenced.
Well, I certainly hope I wish I owned a little bit of the Kleenex company for you folks at home right now, because you probably feel like I do, and boy, that stock went up. Give us a minute to compose ourselves, and we'll be right back after these messages. Well, it seems we've run out of time tonight. Time really flies. We had a special wedding reception all planned for Tony and Joni, but now we'll have to wait until tomorrow night for that reception.
Okay.
Yeah. That's right. And in the interest of integrity and decency on television, it would not be right for the newlyweds to spend the night together and then come back tomorrow for the reception. So we've just talked to Tony and Joni, and they've agreed to spend the night apart. We said, look at it this way. What's more important, the chance to appear 2 nights in a row on a network television show, or you two have your little fling?
Absolutely. And they both agreed that they could be together anytime, but television appearances may not come that easy. So, tonight, Joni will be staying where we can keep an eye on her at the beautiful Beverly Coma Motor Hotel, where comfort is not just a word, it's a dream.
Right. Meanwhile, Tony will just go home. We figure old Tony can't get into too much trouble. It took him 6 years to find this one.
That's right. So please join us tomorrow night for the continuation of the Roletti Sherwood wedding. The reception will be held right here on our stage. Meanwhile, Tony and Joni will be kept as pure as the driven snow for another 24 hours.
There may be just a little pollution in that snow, but we'll hear more about that tomorrow.
Say that. Good night.
Also appearing on tonight's show were Bill Kirchenbauer as Tony Roletti, Kip King as Rabbi Abraham Scheckenstein, Judy Kahn as Joni Sherwood, and a special guest appearance by Tom Waits.
Cause I love you, I'll put no one above you, and may it last much longer than Cher did with Greg. Beautiful!